Welcome back to Steel Horse. The fall is a great time to ride, especially to a festival like this and smell all the food.
It is, Steve. The motorcycling community lost somebody way too soon. Chris Pollak's friends got together real quick to have a memorial ride to help them get a tombstone. Becky, it's always hard to lose a son. For some of our viewers that don't know Chris, let's talk about him.
Okay, Chris was 19 years old, and Chris liked to travel and ride his motorcycle, and he was able to do a lot of traveling, which I'm very happy for. And he had a young life, but his life was good. And he's shown me that even though he was out with his friends a lot, his friends were great, and they were an extended family. And I'm really learning a lot about the biker community, and it is fantastic.
This ride means a whole lot to me. Chris was a really good friend of ours. He was always with our crew, always rode with us. He was a great guy altogether, never complained about anything, always wanted to go anywhere, would go anywhere and do anything for anybody, and he would do this for us, and we've got to do this for him.
So you guys are raising money today to help Chris's mom out?
Yes, we are. We just decided to do this, you know, for her and the family, and to help defray the expenses of the funeral and the hospital bills.
We miss Chris a lot, and today we figured we'd gather a bunch of bikers, people we ride with all year long, and remind them that, you know, the sport is to be taken seriously. It's something that you got to keep in mind, safety at all times.
It's kind of, you know, hit me hard, especially because that route exactly I take every day. So I'm not, it's kind of one of those things where I was like, well, that could have been me at any point in time.
He was a fantastic grandson. Never got no trouble with him, and gonna miss him. Really love him. Everybody does him, you know. Just a shame so young to have to pass. I'm 75. I just seen pass before he did, you know.
I think it's awesome that he has so many supporters and how much people actually want to help us out. It's just, I know he's so proud of everybody right now.
It's just great. As cold as it was this morning, I was afraid not too many would show up, but wow.
It's always sad when we lose a fellow rider, especially that young. You know, back in the days these covered bridges were built, they didn't have to worry about exhaust. And that's the subject of this week's Horse's Mouth question. Tyson Taylor asks, I purchased a Honda Shadow 600 with 20,000 miles on it. It has a carbon smell that follows you even when you're not near the motorcycle. And the exhaust is coated with black powder. Do you know what the problem could be?
On the 600 Honda, it could have a couple different options that could be causing that. Could be fouled spark plugs. You could have some carburetor issues. There's really a lot of different possibilities without looking into it. The first thing would just be plugs, make sure it's running smoothly. And that could cause excessive fuel and cause a smell that would linger with the bike and possibly hang to your clothes. Short of that, you really just need to go into the dealer and have someone just professionally take a look at it. And you heard it straight from the horse's mouth.
Thanks, Andy. You know what'll keep you hopping? The Southside Harley-Davidson calendar. You know, Raccoon Reservoir used to be called Mansfield after this little town.
Interesting, Steve. But I have something more exciting. It's what's new for 2010 at Dreyer Honda.
That is exciting. We're here at Dreyer Honda to find out what's new for 2010, and joining me is Mike Dreyer. Mike, Honda's got some exciting new models this year.
They sure do, Steve. It's going to be an exciting year. We've really got some neat models to show you. I can't wait for all of them to come in, or we don't have all of them yet, but it's really going to be cool.
Well, tell me about this one that caught my eye as soon as I walked in the door.
The Honda Fury, the Honda Chopper we call it. It's awesome. The silver metallic, it's kind of a matte finish. Then we've got the Colts blue one and silver and black. They're going to be awesome.
Now I hear they have a new automatic model this year.
Yeah, it's a new. It's really cool. It's a Honda transmission. You can shift it like a manual if you want to with a button shift. There's no clutch, so ladies, you'll have fun riding this bike. It's awesome.
And what else is in?
What's new? Else is new. NT700 is a new model coming out in Europe. If people looked in Europe web pages, they'll see the Deauville. It's a bike with a fairing on it, sport touring with saddlebags. It's a V-twin, fuel injected, ABS brakes. It'll be an awesome bike. And then also the fuel-injected 750cc Shadow Phantom. It's kind of the bobber style, you know, with the satin and the black wheels. It's awesome. They took away some of the chrome stuff and put a lot of black on it. It's really going to be cool. And then really what's really cool is the new VFR 1200. They just introduced it on the internet today, actually. We just saw pictures ourselves. It's a sport touring bike, 1200cc V4. It is going to be something else.
Sounds like it's going to be a big seller.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, I'll tell you need to get out here at Dreyer Honda on West Washington Street and find out what these new models are all about. They're really cool.
With the new season of bikes, there's always new riders inspired. Jim's here to tell us which training programs are available in Indiana.
Hi, everybody. This week we're going to talk about training programs. You know, we're very fortunate to live in the state of Indiana because there's over 20 training sites available, all within an hour's drive of anywhere you live in the state. The advantages of taking a training program has several benefits for us as motorcyclists. All these programs are conducted by nationally certified instructors, so they're experienced and they know what to look for. The big advantages are learning the right way to ride a motorcycle. Also, instructors can also recognize and break bad habits that you might have already accumulated or are starting out with. Also, it reduces your insurance on your motorcycle. That's really a big factor too, especially in today's society. And the cost, relatively cheap, between $75 and $300. Now there's 3 courses that are offered in this state. The basic one, the basic rider course called the BRC, is a 21-hour course. It's 7 hours of classroom and 14 hours on the range with state-supplied motorcycles. The second course that's offered is an ERC or Experienced Rider course, which only takes about 6 hours. There's no classroom, no test. You use your motorcycle on the range. And the third and final course, which is my favorite, is basically called a 2-up ERC or 2-up Experienced Rider course. After you complete the rider course one time, when you go back, you can take the rider course again with a passenger. With the exception of the first exercise, the passenger can stay with you the entire course. The bottom line on all these training programs is they're available to us. Why not use them? You can find out about these training programs by going to abateofindiana.org, that's one word, abateofindiana.org, or to harleydavidson.com and click on training. Hey, training's a good thing. One nice thing about training is not only do you ride safer, but you enjoy your motorcycle even more. Hey, till next week, I'll see you on the road.
When Stillhorse returns, we're going to take you to the Breaking the Cycle ride.
And we'll have this week's Bike of the Week and the Gadget Closet.
See you in 2.